Hello, and thanks for using TickBoom. In this video, I want to talk about part 5 of this question. So it's the final part, and it follows on from a series of videos I've done where I've worked through part 1, 2, 3, and 4, one at a time. So if you haven't watched those videos, I recommend you do, because in those videos I work through my solution to how to tackle those parts. And in this video, I don't actually have a solution to this part 5. As I mentioned in some of my earlier videos, I've really hit a wall here. I've thought about this question for a long time, tried to use all my knowledge of limits to get to this result, but I just can't. So just in terms of what is the question, we're told, so we don't have to prove, we're told that the limit then goes to infinity of x1 plus x2 all the way up to xn divided by n to the 2 on 3. We're told that that exists, and we're told that it's a positive real number c. We're then asked to show that c is equal to the cubed root of 9 on 2. Now, if you have watched all of my prior videos, you would have noticed that every part of this question built upon the parts that came before it. So my instinct tells me that what we just did in part 4 is going to be useful for this. And it's no coincidence that the inequality we just showed in part 4 is here in this part 5, and we're told that there is a limit on that, and we're asked to work out the value of that limit. Now, from there, I've kind of tried a whole bunch of things and I've hit a wall. I thought maybe the squeeze theorem could be relevant, which kind of tells us that if we can have an upper and lower bound around something, if we can prove that the limit of both the lower bound and the upper bound is equal, then the limit of what's in between must be that same limit. But again, in the inequality that we got to in part 4, n is not in either of those bounds, so you can't really find the limit in n. So the squeeze theorem didn't really lead anywhere. I did put a call out to a few talented students I know. So Eric Rajan, who I mentioned earlier, is being very helpful in bouncing ideas. We've been trying to rack our brains on this and haven't come to a solution. I had a student from North Sydney Boys reach out to me and have a crack, and he had a few ideas, but again, to no avail. I've reached out to my whole LinkedIn network and just trying to see if anybody I'm connected with has any ideas. I've reached out on some forums. I went onto the Board of Studies forum, which is a really good forum for seeking help on math questions, and no one there has any ideas. In fact, they don't even believe this could be a 4-unit math question because it just looks far too hard. So I take some comfort in knowing that I'm not the only one who's struggling with this, but at the end of the day, I do want to help the student who sent through this question. So whilst I don't have an answer right now, I wanted to put out this call so that if anyone has followed along through all my videos, working through each part of this question, if you have followed along and in looking at this final part, you do have an idea of what you think might work, please feel free to let me know, get in touch. You can comment in this video. You could go to www.tickboom.study and get in touch with me there. Please let me know, because I'd be very happy to be able to help the student who sent through this question, because ultimately they were mainly struggling with part 4 and part 5. So whilst I've been able to help them with part 4, I still haven't really been able to provide much help on part 5. So thanks for watching. Hopefully someone out there can get a solution, and tick boom.